Tom Eisenhower, and I served in World War II, and I'm proud to defend the United States. Doing to the United States, that's who you should be concerned about today, because he's acting like a little Hitler. And a lot of you don't realize, some of you young people don't see that. As good as tells me when I get 80, I just as well die. Well, I'll fight it. I'll take the gun to force you to go with me.
Well, he didn't ask for a comment, but I think I want to make it clear that President Obama, I agree with him on a lot of things. I think he's doing what he thinks he was elected to do. I tend to disagree with a good part of it, but I don't ascribe any ulterior motives to him in the process. But I do think that you're right from this standpoint, that there is a lot of goals that he has put in place, like General Motors, nationalization of banks, although I got to give Bush started us down that road in October before he left office. And also this deficit spending we have, it's something we've got to worry about. And if we want a country like we inherited for our grandchildren. And I think maybe most of you came to talk about health care, but I think health care is, in other words, why people are coming to our town meetings. Health care is kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, in the sense that they were looking at General Motors, looking at the stimulus package not working, looking at the Federal Reserve shoveling money out of an airplane, looking at 9% increases in the budget, and a $4 trillion budget that was adopted in March, and they don't see any good coming from it, and they're fearful of the federal government taking everything over.
I agree with that. I had a wife that had MS, and there was enough help in the United States to help you before this ever happened. And if I went broke farming, would he bail me out?
No. You're next. My cord doesn't go that far. Here, it comes almost. Can I hold it for you?
Sure. Okay, I'm Sue Sharon. I live in Pocahontas. I have a couple of things. One is there's a large number of people in this country who do not have any health insurance. Therefore, they are limited on medical care they can get. Is this fair? Some have and some don't. My other thing is with Medicare disability. You go on disability, whether it be from like his wife and myself with MS, and you wait 2 years before you qualify for Medicare after you go on Social Security disability. What it is, we were lucky, my husband had group insurance. A lot of people don't. What are these people that are disabled to do for medical care during that 2-year period?
The first part of your question, would you please repeat?
Okay. There's a large number of people in this country that we don't help.
Okay. Well, the answer to the first question is easier than the second one. But in regard to the second one, before I answer it completely, there's nothing in our bill that changes either veterans or Social Security disability, where they're getting their health care. They continue to get it there. And so then I guess the answer to your question is the 2-year waiting period for that. There is some bills in to do away with that 2-year waiting period, but we have not talked about those in our committee yet, and I don't believe the other 2 bills that I've talked about deal with it either, but I'm not absolutely certain about that, because you read a 1,000-page bill and you don't remember everything without going back. On the first one, remember, if I didn't state this in my opening comments, I'm sorry, because one of the other principles I should have said was about the principle of accessibility and affordability for everybody. For instance, in the case of discrimination based upon pre-existing conditions, we would do away with that discrimination so that everybody could get private health insurance, now denied. On affordability, for people below, so far in our discussions, it's been below 300% of poverty. In some of the other bills, it's been 400% of poverty. And from that standpoint, then the people that were below that poverty would get some help buying health insurance.
I have time for one more question.
Okay.
To start with, I'm quite proud to live in the United States, and I think we have some good healthcare professionals. But there's many things to look at. One of them is the fact that the healthcare costs are going up tremendously, and I think the governing body should look at that and why. One thing that I've noticed since I've been associated with the medical profession, the